Yeah. We're back. Love this stuff. It's the music we use on Tuesdays because, you know, it's not as rowdy as Thursday and Saturday. You know? And the Tetera Tuesday and Throwback Thursday. We had a fun time on Tetera Tuesday earlier today.
We did.
Yeah. Welcome to hashtag PVT Tuesday Night Live, number 15 from the My PVT Network studios, brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. Thank you so much to Dr. T's. They've got that awesome vitamin IV infusion therapy that'll boost your immune system. They also have the flu shot. If you want to take that flu shot, be prepared. They've got it. They also have the COVID test. If you need to get a COVID test, they can do that for you there. They also have testosterone, sermorelin. I mean, you guys, if you're past 40 years old, man, I highly recommend you go and check them out. And do it properly, under the physician's care. It's an all-male staff. If you have any issues with your purpose in life, you can talk to them. The all-male staff keeps it confidential, and you'll be on your way back to living that quality life you've led in your 20s and 30s. Yeah. Even if you're in your mid-30s and you're trying to bulk up and get some muscle and burn some fat, they've got some great supplements there as well. Give them a call at 956-441-2188. It's 956-441-2188. Also want to thank the DWI expert, hashtag DWI expert, Rene A. Flores. If you have any legal problems, he's the best defense you can have. He's like the doomsday defense back when the Dallas Cowboys had Roger Staubach. You know, they had Harvey Martin, Too Tall Jones, all those classic dudes, man. So give him a call at 956-316-1991 is his number. Rene A. Flores, the law office of Rene A. Flores, attorney at law. Man, when he handles your case, it's like family handling your case, man. This guy is going to work 24/7 for you, get you off the hook. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. That's just something that's very important. We have a very interesting interview tonight. And if you know any Selena fans, give them a call, text, like, share, send them the link so they can check out the show tonight. It's going to be very interesting and very nice. We're going to revisit the Selena movie. And we want to introduce our producers. First off, Riley, how you doing, sweetie?
Hello. Hi, everyone. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Are we Tuesday?
Tuesday
Yeah,
night.
we are Tuesday. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Shout out to Kicker Daddy Legacy, Luis Ozuna. By the way, Jesse Jackson Castro, shout out Ozona, Texas, from his wife Maribel. Alfredo Rios, Raymond Rose. He said he had a Staubach jersey back then. Ozzy Zavala, Dario Puig, welcome. Carlos Reina, James G, San Antonio, Texas. Mad T Yahoo. And ladies and gentlemen, returning to her position, Felicia.
Hello. I'm finally back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
you.
Fish.
Thank you.
And,
I missed it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. We want to give you our condolences on your grandma passing away. You know, we hadn't mentioned it on the show because we wanted to wait till you got here, and we just want to wish you some or give you our condolences.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a tough, hard loss, but I'm at peace now. Everybody's good. So.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't know. We should mention what Ronnie did, but
oh well,
So we wait till Saturday when he gets here?
We'll wait till Saturday.
Because he's going to come over Saturday.
There's some big news, so we'll wait till Saturday to announce that.
Yeah, all right. We don't want to let the cat out of the bag, I guess. So make sure to say hi to Felicia on the chat box, okay?
Yes.
Welcome her back.
Thank you.
Coming up tonight. Everybody. Yeah. Coming up tonight in the program, we've got Becky Lee Meza, who started as a little girl. It was a little girl that starred as Selena in the movie Selena. We'll be talking to her in just a bit. Heck tight. If you have any questions for her, post them in the chat box. And we'll be talking to her and we'll be letting her know what questions you've got and stuff, okay? Later in the program, we have Rally's headlines. And we also have celebrity news with Felicia, okay? So that's all happening tonight. Also want to remind you to join our Patreon club. A $25 pledge gets you a special hashtag PVT t-shirt and sticker. If you have the chance of, and you also have the chance of winning in our hashtag PVT weekly drawing for prizes, okay? And we had some winners this past Saturday. Congratulations going out to Mark Anthony from Bastrop, Texas. He was one of our random winners. Julian Patrick, thank you so much. You are a winner as well. We'll be sending you some cool swag. And Francisco Delgado from South Bend, Indiana. All right. Wow. Bastrop, Texas, South Bend, Indiana. The fastest growing YouTube channel all over the United States of America is hashtag PVT on my PVT network. And those are our winners from this past Saturday. We'll do it again this Saturday, okay? So every week we pull out a winner or a couple. If you want to be part of the Patreon, just go to patreon.com, search RocknRollJames PVT. Make sure if you do join our Patreon to message us on Patreon your t-shirt size and address so we can mail you your merchandise. It's very important because a lot of you enter the pledge and then get into the membership club, and then we have to message you to give us your t-shirt and your address, and sometimes it takes a while for you to respond, and sometimes you don't even respond back, and then we don't end up sending you your stuff, and we want to send you your stuff. So make sure you do that, okay? Thank you to our new Patreon member, Johnny Puga. Johnny Puga, where's he from? Do we know where he's from?
I don't. I think we messaged him asking him for his address, and he has not replied. Or the last that we checked, he had not replied. But it is Juan Puga's brother. That's all I know.
Well, thank you so much to them. Cash App, $ RocknRollJames. And we also have Venmo at RocknRollJames as well. So there you go. So, let me see if I can, might as well play some Selena, right? When we call. Let me see here. And we'll call Becky and talk to her and see what's up. All right. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh my gosh, I was actually watching live and you called, so I had to stop watching.
How you doing, Becky? How's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing good, and you know what? You don't have to worry about missing the show because it'll be uploaded and you can just watch it when we're done and stay up till 3. You can stay up till 3 in the morning like we do watching it.
Oh my gosh, story of my life.
All right. How have you been, Becky?
I've been great, but first of all, let me start by extending my condolences to Felicia. Mama, I'm so sorry for your loss, and my thoughts and prayers for you, Mama.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So where you been?
I've been here. I still live here in Combs, Texas. I've still been here in the Rio Grande Valley. Just, being me.
Yeah. It was interesting because we were watching the movie the last time, and then every time I watch Selena the movie and I see you, it takes me back to the theater when we first had the first viewing. It was during the day. It was like a special because we were with the radio station, KIWW, and we were giving away free tickets for the first viewing, and all the people that were at the movie theater were just fans that won tickets for that particular showing, which was going to be before they even opened the theater. And I remember you being there, and I'll never forget when I think you're on top of the roof of the house in the movie, and you look up into the sky and you say something, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's been like 20 something years. And I honestly, I mean, I do reflect on it, not often, but you get so busy and wound up in the now and life and stuff, that I forget that was a part of my life. And not that it wasn't a great part of my life. That experience is, oh my gosh, monumental. But life goes on. You start living your own life, and then you forget that you were in a movie that actually, I mean, it's a part of history.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that, Latinos for the longest time were considered a minority, and, there had never been a major motion picture about a Latina or a Latino ever.
Well, they did have La Bamba, and then they made Selena, but Selena was, it's up there with La Bamba. It's one of those movies that you'll be channel surfing on TV, and then you bump into it, and you just have to stay there for a while to watch it, and you wait for your favorite part, whether it's the lowriders that bumper falls off their car, or whether it's you doing the washer, or what is that, the dance with
the washing machine.
Yeah,
Washing machine. That's my favorite part.
the washing machine. I mean,
oh my gosh. So let me tell you, when my husband and I first got married, and my husband is a white boy. When we first got married, I'll never forget the first time I was doing laundry in our new apartment. He said, "Hey, Becky, can you get the clothes out of the washing machine?" And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Are we going to go there?
Yeah. So did you pursue acting after the Selena opportunity? Did you go anywhere or decide, or did you get anybody because when you're in a movie like that, right away, I'm sure you got contacted by, publicists or agents or anything like that. Did you go through any of that after the movie?
Well, I was not an actress. I was just a young lady that was a huge Selena fan that wanted to be a part of history. I had no, I didn't really honestly think that I was going to get the part. I just wanted to go audition to say that I was a part of history. I did try out for some other things afterwards. I actually, most people don't know this, I actually tried out for Training Day with Denzel Washington.
Wow.
And I also was going to do a movie with Clint Eastwood. It was going to be produced by Clint Eastwood, and it was going to be The Legend of La Llorona. Of course, there has been a remake since then, but this was in the works, I mean, years ago. You're talking about 20-something years ago, where Clint Eastwood had a vision to make a movie about The Legend of La Llorona.
Yes.
But during afterwards, the aftermath of the movie, it was pretty horrific. Being someone that's from the Rio Grande Valley, especially, celebrities are very few. Son contaditos down here in the valley, right? So life was a lot different when I came back after the filming of Selena movie. I had to be very cautious with the people that I surrounded myself with.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know this, but I actually received a lot of death threats after the movie. And so I remember waking up one day in a hotel in Colorado and telling my parents, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be a celebrity. I want my life to go back to normal because it was scary. It was so scary. I was 9 years old when I got the part in the movie. I was 10 years old when the movie got released. And when we were doing the promotions around the United States for the movie, the premieres, and I wanted so badly to go back to school and be normal, and I couldn't. I couldn't. So I didn't pursue the career. I did mess around and do a couple things. I recorded an album, and I did some touring in the state of Texas for that album. And I did audition for a couple of things. But at the end of the day, I just remember saying, I want to go home and I want to be normal.
Wow, what was the background with those death threats? I mean, I never knew that. I mean, what was the cause of that? What were they telling you?
Honestly, I don't think we ever looked into it too much. But there were people that would, they got a hold of our personal phones at home and they would call and they would come and egg our house. And at school, I got beat up a couple of times. I really don't know what the motives were behind it. I don't know if it was jealousy. I don't know what it is. And honestly, I don't really care. I'm over that. But it was scary, and it definitely wasn't something that my parents thought was worth it. And I'd have to agree with them. So any parents would want their child to be successful and be famous. But at the end of the day, being Latinos, being Hispanic, we're such a very tight-knit culture, especially down here in the Rio Grande Valley, that my parents just said, you know what, the safety of our child comes first, and they didn't push me to pursue it if I didn't want to.
Wow. So that was all happening locally then? Because back then we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have any type of internet or social media or anything like that.
That's right.
So
yeah, that's right. It was all local. It was all local.
Wow, that's crazy, man. So when you found out, how did you find out that there was going to be auditions for the Selena movie? Like, when it first started, how did you get wind of it, and what did your mom, how did she put that together for you?
So obviously, as you just mentioned, there wasn't any social media. So all of this was radio, television, and newspaper. And so they had announced that they were going to film the movie on based on Selena's life, and that they were going to hold auditions. If I'm not mistaken, it was going to be San Antonio, Houston, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Miami, Florida. Those 5 places were going to hold auditions, and they were going to hold auditions for both the child portion of the movie and the adult portion of the movie. So I remember telling my parents, I want to go. I want to go. And they're like, ay, mija, there's going to be so many people, te vas a decepcionar. You're probably not going to get it. There's going to be professional actresses. And I said, I don't even care. I just want to go, and I want to be a part of it. And I don't know if you remember, but at that time, Jennifer y los Jets was a huge deal. And I had heard that she was going to be at the auditions there in San Antonio at the Market Square. And, of course, Selena's parents were going to be there. And I just really wanted to go. And as a 9-year-old in my little innocent mind, I wanted to go be supportive of my idol at that time. And so they took me, and the rest is history. Wow.
So you went to San Antonio. Where exactly did you go in San Antonio to do this?
It was at the Market Square, El Mercado, right there. In San Antonio, next to like Mi Tierra restaurant and all that. It was held there.
So when you got there in the morning, did you get there early in the morning? Or was there a line of children that were in line to try them to audition, or what?
So, if I'm not mistaken, there were 7,500 people there that auditioned in San Antonio alone.
Wow.
We obviously drove from here, from the Rio Grande Valley to San Antonio, so we did leave real early in the morning. By the time we got there, there was already a line, so we did wait a couple of hours. When we got into the building where they were holding the auditions, I just remember there were a bunch of tables in every section. Just imagine a convention center, and there were round tables everywhere. And what they would do is they would get a group of 10 girls. They would get the little girls that were going to be auditioning for the smaller portion, right? And then you had groups of older girls that were going to be auditioning for her adult life. And I just remember I wanted so badly to go dressed as Selena, because all these girls were dressed in their bustiers and the makeup and all that stuff. And I remember my mom telling me, no, if you're going to go, you're not going to go with any makeup. You're going to go dressed as a 9-year-old little girl. And I was like so bummed. But anyways, that was actually, that was crucial. I am so thankful that my mom told me that I couldn't do that because they weren't looking for an adult Selena. They were looking for a little girl.
Yeah.
So I'm so thankful for that. But I remember when I got there, now previously, prior to the auditions, I had begged my parents to take me to Corpus Christi because I wanted to go to Selena's studio. And it just so happened that when they took me, Miss Quintanilla, Mr. Quintanilla, and Suzette were actually in the building. So I had made a little, VHS video of me singing Selena songs, and I just kind of paid tribute, right? I was 9 years old. So I remember, meeting Miss Quintanilla, and I had that video in my hand, and I told her, I want to show you something. I did something for Selena. And she took me to the back, and there was a couch there, and there was a TV and a VCR. She popped it in, and she sat there with us on the couch, and watched it with my parents and I. And I was just, I was in awe and embarrassed. I was feeling all kinds of emotions because this was Selena's mom, you know, and she actually took the time to sit down and watch this video. So fast forward to the auditions, when I showed up, I remember seeing her, and she was there with Gregory Nava, which was the film director of the movie. Yeah. And the casting director, Robert McIntosh. And I remember saying, Miss Quintanilla, I'm here. Maybe not that excited, right? Because I was very shy back then. And she's like, oh my gosh. She grabbed me and she took me over to Gregory Nava, and she's like, this is the little girl that I was telling you that came to visit me in Corpus Christi.
Wow.
Now, if that had anything to do with it, I have no idea. But I'd like to think, right, in my Selena fan heart, that might have been the start of me being even considered to get the part in the movie.
It was just, I would imagine it was just so many things that came together at once. That, and then you not dressing up like an adult Selena, just being a little girl, like what they were looking for. And just being at the right time, at the right place at the right time. And now, after you went through the audition, what happened after that? You went home and you had to wait around for a call, or did they tell you right there and then, you know what, you got the part?
No, so it was a series of auditions. So I think after that first audition or casting call, they narrowed it down to about 200 girls. And I made the top 200, and I remember they mailed us a script and they had us record ourselves reciting the lines. And then after that, I think they narrowed it down to like 100. And then after that, it was the top 50, and then the top 20, and then the top 7. And the top 7, we had to go back to San Antonio, and we had to say our lines in front of Mr. Quintanilla, Mr. Gregory Nava, A.B., and Moctezuma Esparza, who was the production company behind the movie.
Yeah.
And after that, then the next day, they did let us know that I had gotten the part in the movie, and that was just wild.
Wow, I could just imagine what was your mom's reaction when they called her and told her?
So, like I said, initially when I wanted to go to the auditions, they told me to not get my hopes up. I think we were all just in shock and in awe that I had gotten the part in the movie, because we later found out that 21,000 girls all over the United States of America had traveled to these designated auditioning areas to audition for the movie. So I think we were just in shock. Here I am, this little girl from the Rio Grande Valley. I don't even think people knew where the Rio Grande Valley was at that time.
Yeah, right.
And it was one of those things where we just wanted to pinch ourselves because we thought we were in a dream. It was all so surreal.
Now, once you found out you got the part, you came back home, and then they flew you somewhere to film, or what? How did that go?
So we came back home that day. I remember we had been at Six Flags because my dad's like, well, whether you get the part or not, let's go to Fiesta, Texas. So I remember my aunts and uncles and my cousins. It was the summertime. I want to say it was in July. So we all just went to Fiesta, Texas. We were there all day. We got back to the hotel room. We saw the little red flashing light on the phone. I don't even know if kids nowadays know about that, but there was a little flashing red light. We had a message. And my dad called downstairs and they said, yes, they called you. Here's the number. Called back and they said, okay, Mr. Meza, we have some good news and we have some bad news. And they're like, the good news is Becky got the part. And of course, we all start screaming and jumping. And then they said, okay, but y'all can't say anything for 2 weeks because we're going to have a national press conference in Los Angeles, California in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So coming back home from that and not being able to say a word for 2 weeks was so hard. So hard. It's like you win the lottery and you want to tell everybody, but you can't.
Yeah, and we're fortunate that you didn't have Instagram or Facebook back then because it'd be twice as hard.
I totally would have blown it.
Yeah. So then you went to the press conference in L.A. and what happened after that?
That was something so, again, surreal is the only word I can use to describe it. At the press conference, it was at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I got to meet Jennifer Lopez for the first time, which, of course, at that time, I didn't know who she was. I really, back then, again, there's no social media. So, either you saw these celebrities in a movie or,
well, she was just getting started. I mean,
I think if I'm not mistaken, she was in the middle of filming Jack and Anaconda when they announced all of this. So yeah, she was barely like, debuting her career, but I got to meet her. Of course, the Quintanillas were there. And also, I can't think of her name. The lady that plays Daisy Duke in the Dukes of Hazzard.
Catherine Bach.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so my dad knew her name, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure your dad knew her name.
Yeah, he knew her name. She was there, and I got to meet her. And of course, I didn't know who she was. And I was just like, oh my gosh, she's a beautiful woman. But my dad was making a bigger deal about it than I was. I was just like, hey, hi, what's up? But it was just amazing. And there was hundreds in this little conference room, hundreds of reporters from all over the world because everybody wanted to know who was going to play Selena in the movie. So it was just, I honestly, I don't think it hit me until we actually started filming the movie that I had gotten the part. Because it was all just, you're living your life in slow motion. And, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So, the cameras were new, the celebrities were new. I just remember just thinking at 9 years old, I'm just going to soak it all in. Soak it all in. That's it.
Yeah. And then so how long after the press conference did filming start? Did they have to fly you to L.A.? Did you film in San Antonio? Where did you film?
We filmed in San Antonio. The majority of the movie was filmed in San Antonio. We filmed a couple weeks in Corpus Christi, and then there was actually a couple scenes that were filmed in Poteet, Texas. So it was done in Texas, and I really can't remember dates of when we started filming, but filming started pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We filmed the movie, I want to say. Well, my part was filmed in about 9 weeks. So it was like every day.
Was that during the summer or during school?
Part of it was during the summer and then part of it was during school because I remember we had to do so many hours of schooling a day. So we had teachers on set.
Yeah.
And in between filming, we would have to go in there and do X amount of hours of schooling.
Yep.
So, but it was awesome. It was so awesome. And if you go and watch the movie, of course, like me, that I know where it was filmed and stuff, it's really awesome to watch a movie and be listening to the storyline and where quote unquote things take place, but then going back and being like, oh my gosh, we filmed this here and we filmed this there. The magic of movie making.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. So awesome.
Now the parts where you're in the house and you're trying to say reloj, all that. Was that filmed in Corpus or San Antonio?
That was filmed in San Antonio. And in fact, I remember so the people, the production company, they rented a home from a teacher who had no idea who Selena was. And they pretty much took over her house for like about 2 months, I think, total. And they fixed it up and made it look like we were in Lake Jackson.
Yeah.
So that was super cool, but that was filmed in San Antonio.
Wow. And then the washer part obviously was in Corpus, right? Because it's by the water.
That was in Corpus. Yes, that was in Corpus Christi. And I think that was within the 2 weeks that we filmed there, which of course is where they filmed the scenes where, the washing machine scene and obviously the Selena, the studio, right? Obviously, right?
Now,
where they filmed those.
What was filmed in Poteet? That's interesting. I never knew that.
Okay, so the scene where Jennifer is performing in the white outfit where the fans are breaking the stage, that was actually filmed out in the middle of nowhere in Poteet, Texas.
So that's the part that's supposed to be like in Monterrey or something like that, and the fans went crazy. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So you were able to attend that as well, right? Because your parts had already been filmed, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I think we were still in the process of filming our part.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part where I don't even remember. I haven't seen the movie in so long, believe it or not. I don't even own a copy of the movie. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Whenever it's on TV and my kids are scrolling, they'll just yell, "Mom, you're on TV," and they'll keep switching the channel.
Yeah.
But there's a part where we're on stage and we're wearing like some gold pants and like sequence shirts. I think I'm wearing a pink shirt and AB's wearing like a blue sequence shirt, which by the way, the actor that played AB as a young child, his name's Ralph Tamayo. And we're actually really good friends. My mom and him my mom and his mom became really good friends. So they still keep in contact. But that was also filmed in Poteet on the other side of where they were filming that particular scene.
Wow. Yeah. Man, it's just amazing. The movie it's like I said, it's like La Bamba, it's one of those movies that just has stood the test of time. And even Selena, Selena's, memory and is still going strong, I mean, her talent, her, with makeup and all kinds of merchandising and now a Netflix series. And you pretty much kicked it all off, after her passing. You were part of that platform that began all this Selena, history. It was crazy.
I don't think anyone knew the magnitude of the impact that movie was going to have. I think that Selena's parents just really wanted to honor their daughter at that time and give back to her fans. But what they didn't realize is that she was much bigger than just the Tejano music industry and just the Latino community. Because I have seen, not that I watch TV much because I'm so busy with my kids and stuff, but I've seen so many celebrities like the Kardashians. I've seen people like Cardi B, Bad Bunny, all these huge artists that wear her shirts. And I think, oh my gosh, that movie totally just, globalized who she is. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows who she is now.
Yeah. When people find out that I'm the guy that did all the interviews with her back in the day on Puro Tejano and all those videos that are on YouTube, people see those videos and then they find out that I'm the guy that's in the video doing the interviews. They just I get messages from all over the world, Brazil, Spain, South America, Canada. We have a friend, a fan named Raymond Rose, who's from Canada, and he's like a big Selena fan as well. And they message me once they find me on social media and they want to know like stories about her and anything.
You know what? I want to know why you weren't in the movie. For real.
Have
honestly,
you seen the pictures of me back then? Forget about it.
Are you kidding? I lived it. I remember when Puro Tejano was on. Remember it was like Channel 4 or something like that?
Yeah.
I lived to watch that on Sunday mornings.
I'm playing
like
a clip
my
of
parents. My parents would try and get me like, hurry up, we got to go to church. And I'd be like, wait a minute. Puro tejanos on.
Yeah.
Y'all got to wait.
Oh, man. And so do you get anybody, like, when they find out you're the girl that came out as Selena when she was small, do you get any type of people, messaging you on social media or anything? Have they found you or, like, fans of hers?
Yeah, they have. I try and keep really low key though, because like I said, I try to live as normal a life as possible. And of course, my last name has changed. My maiden name's Meza and my married name is Burden. So a lot of people don't know that, but they somehow find me and they message me and I'll message back every once in a while. But it's just, I just, here's the deal. My kids one time told me, because I've always told them, be humble, be kind. That was mommy's past. I was a little girl. I'm not a celebrity anymore. I'm your mom. I'm just a regular person like everybody else. I've always tried to keep them very grounded. And so I'll never forget, my son came home one day and in Spanish class, Selena is in the Spanish textbooks. And so they were going over Selena and the history of that. And the teacher was like, Selena, and she's giving this whole spill. And then she comes up behind my son and she's like, Evan's mom was little Selena. Oh my gosh, my son turned red as a tomato because nobody knew. And he just says, Mom, people treat you different when they know that you have celebrity status. And he's like, I don't know if I like that, because then people just treat you different. And the thing is that, we're just regular people. Yes, we are given a platform, but we're not. My personal opinion is I don't want a red carpet thrown out for me. I'm no more special than the person next to me. I just had the opportunity to do something that inspired, but we're all, at the end of the day, I don't care who you are. At the end of the day, you're just a person, and your actions and how you treat people and how you carry yourself speak more than any social status or any celebrity status that you can have. And the moment you forget that, I don't think you're deserving to have that platform anymore. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Well, when I first saw the movie, like going back to that morning that we went, it was like 10 or 11 in the morning that, all the people that won the pre-screening tickets with our station, I was doing the morning show, and we went to go do the remote from there and everything. And then we went into the movie, and we had a few of the people that were involved in the movie, plus you there, a special guest, and you got in front of the theater and thanked everybody for coming. And, and then it was all cool. And then all of a sudden I see you on the big screen and I get a big knot in my throat. I'm so proud for you, And I was so happy that they chose a girl from South Texas, from the Valley, to represent Selena as a little girl. So we're definitely very proud of you, Becky, when that happened. I mean, we're just so happy for you and your family.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you. That means so much to me. And I'm so glad that I did get chosen because, Selena had fans all over the world. But I'm going to be bold enough to say that I think her biggest fan base was down here in the Rio Grande Valley. Mm-hmm. She came a lot down here. I know she loved the people of South Texas. She was constantly here, and I remember as a young child always hearing of her, always coming to the Valley. And so I was very honored that I got the part because it was a huge representation of the love that Selena had for the Rio Grande Valley. I strongly, truly believe that because, this was her second home.
Yeah. Yeah, she had some really cool shows down here. I remember one time she played at a 4th of July fajita cook-off here close to where I'm living right now in McAllen at a park, and the crowd went nuts, and they had to stop the show. It was like nuts, and they were throwing stuff, and it was just crazy. But it was just like the excitement. She had that X factor, and but like I said, when I saw that you were portraying her as a little girl, and that moment when you were on top of the roof and you looked up to the stars and you said something there, it's like I got chills when I saw that. I was like, wow, that is so awesome for a little girl from Combs, Texas, to be able to have gotten that part. It's just amazing. Out of thousands of girls that were trying for it. It was just super amazing. Now, I see your family. You have a beautiful family. You have 3 boys and a little girl, right?
I do. So I've been busy.
Yeah.
I have a 15-year-old. His name is Evan Blaine. A 13-year-old named Dax Michael. A 10-year-old named Gunnar Daniel. And our princess made her grand entrance in 2014, and her name is Shyla Jo Burden.
Wow, that is awesome. And that little girl, man, you had to have that little girl, that little Becky Lee Meza, right?
I had to. I told my husband, you have got to give me a girl. And when we got pregnant this last time, he's like, I don't make girls. And I said, nope, here she comes. And sure enough, she was a princess. And I was so happy. And I'm so, so glad that we got to have her. She's been the piece to the missing puzzle. She keeps everyone grounded. She keeps all the boys in check. She can definitely hold her own. She's just like her mama, and she is the apple of her daddy's eyes. So I'm so happy.
And she's gonna give you some gray hair, and she's gonna give your husband a receding hairline. So it's gonna.
Oh my gosh! Already! Oh my gosh! These kids, let me tell you, they know how to work all this social media stuff better than anyone. But I was looking through my phone the other day, and I found a TikTok, and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, when did this happen?
It's crazy when you have a daughter amongst boys. It's tough, but when your daughter is the baby of the family, OMG,
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the boys, her brothers. She's got a 15-year-old brother, and if her shorts are too short, he's like, you need to go change. So my husband's like, you know what? And like I said, she can hold her own. She's been around 3 boys. And my husband always says the day she finds a guy that's willing to date her, he totally deserves it, because she can hold her own, that girl.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. You have a beautiful family, Becky Lee, and we appreciate you taking the time to be on our show this evening. We have a lot of fans. There's a question in the chat box asking how much money you made from doing Selena.
You know what? I will actually share that. So I got paid $900 a day for 9 weeks to film the part of the movie.
Damn.
Well, yeah, exactly. Back in that day, that was a lot of money. And then, of course, after the movie came out, you get royalties. You get a percentage. I don't know that number, but I do still get royalties to this day from the movie.
That is awesome. Wow. I think they're called re something, or I forgot what it's called.
They're royalties.
Yeah.
I think, royalties.
Residuals.
So
Is it something like
residuals?
Yeah.
There you go. Residuals. Yeah, they come in handy.
Yeah.
Especially when you have it. They come in handy when you have as many kids as I do. Oh my God.
Yeah. Wow. There goes all the residuals.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. That's all. $900 a day. That's not bad for a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. I should have stuck to acting.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason for everything in life, and
there is. And actually, a lot of people don't know this about me, but when I came back, I actually did a bunch of things. I was a social worker for the state for about 7 years. And then after that, I was a medical assistant for a gastroenterologist here in the Rio Grande Valley. And then I was a stay-at-home mom for a couple years. And actually 2 years ago, I decided to, after being a stay-at-home mom for about 3 years, I told my husband, I've always loved hair. So I went back to school and I got my cosmetology license, and I actually own a salon here in Harlingen. So that's what I'm doing nowadays. I'm a salon owner and I love it. It's great.
And would you like to throw a shout out and a plug for your salon, or?
Well, yeah, it's called Curl Up and Dye Beauty Parlor. And
Curl Up and Dye Beauty Parlor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife has told me that I hope you curl up and die.
Oh my God!
No, just kidding.
Say that.
Totally not what it means, but It's actually not original at all. I think there's other salons that are named that here in the U.S. But I was a huge Julia Roberts fan when I was younger, and there's a movie called The Runaway Bride, and in that movie, her friend owns a salon, and you can see it you have to be looking for it. The title on the window said "Curl Up and Die," and I remember thinking, "Oh my gosh, that's such a cool name for a salon." You know, mind you, I was like 10 or 11 when I saw that movie.
And so you got a curl up salon in Harlingen, Texas.
Yes.
A Tuesday through Sunday or Tuesday through Saturday? Because I know salons aren't open on Mondays, right?
So no, they're not. Our weekends are Saturdays and Sundays and Mondays. So I'm open from Tuesday through Saturday. But right now, my schedule has been a little bit crazy with the kids going back to school. That's the beauty of it. I work when I want to, so I kind of just have fixed my schedule around the kids because I'm homeschooling right now, obviously.
Yeah.
And so that's been difficult. But also, our family just went through some tough times. My dad was in an induced coma for about 4 weeks. They thought he had the COVID virus, but he actually had pneumonia and he had become septic. So he had gone into organ failure, but by the grace of God and all the prayers of our friends and family that prayed for him, my dad is doing very well. He's expected to make a full recovery. He was actually discharged yesterday, and I think he's listening right now also. But he's doing fantastic. So of course, family comes first, and so my schedule is kind of working around my dad and the kiddos right now.
Well, it's interesting what you're saying about your dad, because we have a friend that's going through the same pneumonia, septic, all that. And he was at the verge of giving up. His wife called me, and so I called him, and he's in the hospital. I told him, dude, don't even think that. Be positive. And hearing that your father made it out of that. That just gives me a lot of hope for my friend, and I'll be sure to relay the message to his wife and his family that we spoke with you, and your father had gone through the same thing that their dad is going through, and their brother.
Yeah,
father. Yeah.
The power of prayer is so powerful, and not just that, but just right now we're in with this pandemic. We're in such a difficult time. People aren't allowed to go into these hospitals and rehab facilities. So it's very important that if you do have anyone that's going through something like this, advocate for them. Constantly call, check up on them. I had a schedule. I knew the shifts were from 7 to 7. So I was constantly calling, reintroducing myself, making sure that they knew who my daddy was. They're so busy, and prayers for all the medical staff that are out there. They're overworked, they're tired, they're just overcapacitated right now in their facilities. But I would constantly tell them, I'm praying for you guys. And I'm praying for my daddy. Y'all have our prayers. All your patients have our prayers, but just constantly making sure that your voice is heard and advocating for them and praying. I know that sometimes when things like this happen, we tend to retrieve and we tend to isolate ourselves. But I think this is when we need everybody the most. We need prayers, we need support, we need love, we need encouragement. And so that's very, very important. The only way we're going to get through this pandemic is if we pray for each other and we're there for each other. And just to know that our God is still a God of miracles. The medical report might say one thing, but ultimately God has the final say.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Becky, we're about done with the interview, but we do something with our interviewer or with our interview guests every Tuesday, and it's called the hashtag PVT Top 5 Questions with Becky Lee Meza.
Awesome.
All right. So here we go. Question number 1. What is your favorite Selena song?
Oh my gosh, my favorite Selena song. Oh my gosh. There's so many.
You can only pick one.
Oh, okay. What is the name? I can sing it for you. Yo sé que usted tiene algo que decirme y no encuentra cómo hacerlo, tal vez porque siente miedo. How's that one? What's the name of that one? I can't even think about it.
Oh, man. You put us on the spot. Yo sé, da, da. Yeah, I know that song. I think it's on It's on the one that has Baila Esta Cumbia, that album, maybe. Somebody is going to be able to tell us on our chat.
Someone needs to tell us, but that's my favorite. I sing it all the time.
Okay. Number 2, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food at the moment has got to be steak.
Okay. Wow. All right. I hit the wrong button there. I hit the drum roll. What is it? Yeah. Question number 3. What is your favorite scene in the Selena movie?
My favorite scene in the Selena movie is when her mom and her are having that moment in the bus.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
Okay. All right. We have an answer to your song. It's Yo me voy porque ya no me quieres.
There you go. That one.
Yeah. Everybody's saying it on the chat box. Yo me voy. That's it. So that's your favorite song. All right. Besides Selena, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. Oh my gosh. I'm a huge movie person also. Oh my gosh. Can I ask my husband? Hun, what's my favorite movie?
Can I have a lifeline?
Yeah, what's my favorite movie? I always say that's my favorite. This is my favorite. I would have to say Sweet Home Alabama.
All right.
Oh,
that's
cute.
a good one.
With
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, the girls know it, right?
Yes,
I was
I
like,
know
the only Sweet Home Alabama I know is Leonard Skinner. All right. Last and final question. Who is your favorite movie actor or actress?
So my favorite movie actor is Kevin Costner.
Mm-hmm.
And we're currently watching Yellowstone, so yes.
All right.
And my favorite movie actress would have to be Julia Roberts.
Okay. All right. I like that. Now, what's that Yellowstone all about? That's a series, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's on Paramount. You have to watch it. It's so not kid appropriate. It's definitely a mommy and daddy show, but it is so good. Kevin Costner did an amazing job. It's pretty much, they're 7th-generation ranch owners of Yellowstone. Their last name's Dutton. And there's a whole war of people that are trying to overtake their land. And, I mean, it's just awesome. That's our Sunday night show. We tell everybody not to bother us between 9 and 10. The kids got to go to their rooms, and so it's awesome. Love that show.
All right, Becky, it was awesome talking to you. You're one heck of an interviewee. It was really awesome, and we really are still proud of what you did with Selena in the movie, and we wish you nothing but the best and lots of blessings to you and your beautiful family and your business. And you and your mom and dad and everybody that surrounds you, okay? And screw the haters, all right? The ones that back then in the day that were trying to, bring us down, So, but let me tell you, we appreciate you and we want to thank you for being part of our hashtag PVT Tuesday Night Live, okay?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rally. Thank you, Mama, for holding down RocknRollJames. He's a wild one.
Yes, he is. Thank you so much.
All right.
We'll thank you so much. I love you guys. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye. Wow. That is so awesome.
That was an awesome interview. She's awesome.
Yeah.
So good, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned a lot in just that that interview. Wow.
Yeah.
So much stuff I didn't know about the Selena movie.
How many times have you all seen the Selena movie?
Oh my God, I've seen it too many times. I've seen it so many times.
What about you, Ralph?
I don't know. A lot of times. Too many
It is
times.
one of those movies that when you're just channel surfing and it
is.
pops up, you got to stop and watch it for a while.
Even when it's coming out like on the Spanish channel and it's in Spanish, I'll still stop and I'll watch it because it's just a movie you have to stop and watch.
Yeah. J-Lo's so pretty on that movie. And she did a very good job acting like Selena.
Yeah, I think
her laugh,
the whole
everything.
cast was great. Yeah.
She really emulated Selena very well. I was very surprised. And really helped her launch her career as one of the best actresses. And today, at the age of 52, she's on top of the world, J-Lo, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's still like doing great things.
All right.
Star.
If by chance you heard it for yourself.
A little bit of Selena
They
there.
had asked in the box who would have played you in the movie, and everybody was saying Ron Jeremy. And then
Oh my
somebody said, well, Ron Jeremy's in jail, so it'd have to be Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. Which one is Danny McBride?
Danny McBride. He comes out in a lot of movies. He's got like curly hair. Well, in some of the movies, he has a curly hair mullet,
Oh dear.
but he's hilarious.
Oh, is he the guy that comes out as Eastbound and Down or something like that?
I think so.
Is that him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
he comes
yeah.
out, yeah.
And then some other guy that they say I look like is that Saturday Night Live guy. That what's his name? He came out on The Wedding Singer. He was like the other singer from the other band that was competitive with freaking Adam Sandler. Man, what was his name, man? But they also tell.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He's got like round eyes, kind of bulgy eyes,
He's got a nose, and he got a double chin, and he's got an underbite.
I don't know his name, but he comes out in a lot of movies.
He's got an
funny.
overbite, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
you don't look like him, Dad.
Well, let me shave and let Kenny Powers. That's what the guy Miguel
Kenny
Ramirez.
Powers, yeah.
And then they also say that I look like the singer from Tropical Panama
Oh my gosh.
back in the day. You know, when I was on Puro Tejano, El Carita. Yeah. So I love watching this video, Selena.
Mi corazón se enloquece, y me empieza a palpitar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break for our sponsors and Dr. T and Rene Flores. We'll be right back with Rally's headline, and then we've got Felicia Celebrity. She's back. And then we'll have some shout-outs and some good stuff. All right, so stick around. Don't go anywhere.
In response to our current COVID-19 situation, Dr. T's Primary Care is offering discounted prices on our IV vitamin infusion therapy for all frontline workers, law enforcement, and any male or female patient looking to improve their immune system. Not only do we offer PCR testing for COVID, but we also offer safe and natural solutions to improve your health. Call 956-441-2188 and ask about our discounted IV vitamin infusion therapy. Follow us on Facebook for up-to-date information. Call 956-441-2188.
For me, it's very important that I get my clients driving legally again. Most of my clients, having been arrested for DWI, has set them back, and so getting them back driving legally allows them to kind of start to put back the pieces, make sure that they're going back to work, making sure they're providing for their family. The quicker that I am to be able to turn and get their license for them, the better off they are to be able to kind of start to get this behind them. If your arrest for DWI has happened 15 days or less, call my office and allow me to fight for you.
All right. Q94.5.
What?
Well, what did I say? For a minute there, I thought I was on the radio. I'm telling you, I've been kind of out of it today, folks. Shout out to all my coworkers.
Brain freeze.
Brain freeze.
Big time.
I've been kind of under the weather a little bit, folks. Feeling
You
a
have.
little
Yeah,
bit
and you're
out of
doing-
it.
And you're doing good in spite of that.
I'm doing a little better.
Yes.
Como que era me aventé el Tetera Tuesday, and I've really had to push it. So,
So push it.
yeah. By the way, you can join me every morning on Q94.5 from 6 a.m. to 12. Q945therock.com. If you live somewhere else, we play some really cool classic rock, and some new rock, and I'm on every morning, 6 a.m. to 12 noon, okay? And locally, pues on the radio, you know, Q94.5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Rally's Headline. All right.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, so you did briefly tell him a little bit about my headline, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. It reads, Teacher with no shirt in online class prompts investigation, a California district says. So this is what happened. When a 13-year-old girl signed on for her online math class Friday, the high school freshman immediately noticed something strange about her teacher. I realized, and this is her saying this, I realized he wasn't wearing a shirt, the girl said, according to the station. And that was kind of awkward, which made me feel uncomfortable. Okay, so it says the San Jose, California student took a photo of the screen and notified her mother, Elizabeth Avila, who contacted the district. So, the teacher has been placed on leave during an investigation, said Chris Funk, the superintendent of East Side Union High School District, according to the San Francisco Chronicle. He says the behavior is unacceptable, unprofessional, and it violates several district policies, Funk said. The man teaches at Silver Creek High School in the district, which is what the San Francisco Chronicle reported. The teacher has not responded to requests for comments at all. This should be one of those zero tolerance types of things, Avila said. This is her mom saying that. And he needs to be out. If he thinks that this is okay, what more could happen if we let this slide?
What in the world was the dude thinking?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Why was he not wearing a shirt?
He must have been, I don't know. He must have been suffering, I don't know, some type of something.
That's weird.
Well, being a teacher is tough.
Well, yeah, it could drive you crazy, but I mean,
yeah, and
I don't know. I have no idea how he could be doing that without a shirt. I don't know. What?
Unless maybe he thought he wasn't.
Well,
on?
What exactly was showing? Was it showing from like his chest up, or was it just his shoulders? Was it just his head?
I don't.
And you could tell he didn't have a shirt on, or what?
I think it just says you could just, because when you open up your laptop and you use the camera on the laptop, it really just shows like maybe your mid stomach up. I'm assuming, I don't know, but if you get up and you walk, well, you end up seeing everything else. But I think what this says is just that the student saw him without a t-shirt. So that is extremely awkward and that is extremely uncomfortable.
I mean, you could do your class in boxer shorts,
Yeah.
But put a shirt on, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not unless he's got some really cool tats or something, right?
Not even.
And then she's 13, so obviously that's junior high. Like,
yes,
he should have a shirt on.
Carmen Benavides says, "Anda marihuano el dude."
That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say it.
Tino was andaba prendido del bote el vato.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Maybe,
That's weird.
Maybe it was swimming class, guys.
Oh my, please.
They said Mauro Vasquez.
No. They have those wetsuits. Sí. They have to wear those wetsuits.
Estaba aventando clavado en el canal, carnal.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's weird.
Also, just to add something to your headlines, there was a shooting at the Walmart in Weslaco.
Yeah, there was.
Apparently, a 27-year-old kid. I mean, to me, he's a kid. I mean, he's an adult, but he was a security guard there.
Okay.
And he shows up with a rifle, and the other security guard and somebody else with a gun. They tell him, "Hey, man, throw that down. What are you doing in Walmart with that?"
Oh my goodness.
So he laid it down, and then he reached into his pocket for a gun, a handgun, and so they ended up shooting him and killing him. But I have no idea what was going on through that kid's mind.
But he was a security guard?
That's what it said. That's what I read today on social media. But then again, you know what I mean? You never know.
Social media.
Yeah, but
it's scary. You remember that one time I had gone to Target and I went by myself. I was like, I'm just going to go and come right back. I was looking for Clorox wipes or something. And I was driving through, the front double doors, and a group of 3, they look like kids to me, teenagers. And I literally saw, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to you. One of those guys, those young kids, had like a huge knife, dagger, like in a little holster hooked onto his pants. And I'm like, I'm not going into Target at all whatsoever. And I didn't, but no one, like, they don't have security at Target.
Yeah, they don't.
So he just went in. He literally just went in because I parked just to see, if anyone was going to stop him or to see how soon they were going to come out. And I waited at least for 5 minutes, maybe even 10, and they never came back out. And I'm like, if that kid, what if that kid is, you never know. He might be bipolar or some, his friend upsets him and he has that weapon on him. It just scared me. And I send you the picture and it was just crazy. So I it's scary now. Like, you can't even go anywhere without.
And now they want to defund the police. They want to defund the security guards. They want to defund everything. So
that's crazy.
But either way, the kid was an employee there at that Walmart as a security. That's what I read today.
But because I didn't really read a lot into it, but I didn't know I knew that he was dressed as a security, but I didn't know that he actually worked.
They're saying that he shot at the PD, and so the PD shot back and killed him.
Yeah.
Also, Luis Osuna says 3 officers were shot in Cedar Park as well. So, being a cop is very dangerous right now with the kind of, I don't know why there's this, anti-law enforcement type of mentality going on in the country. These guys have to put on, and I know some police, and I know some buena gente. They're trying to, they do the best job possible, and but it's dangerous, and it's just gotten a bit more dangerous now. I mean, just a while back here in McAllen, we had 2 cops get shot point blank and killed in one incident.
Yeah.
One incident. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Felicia's celebrity news. She's back.
Yes. My celebrity news. So, Kylie Jenner. It's about Kylie Jenner.
Before you start,
Always up to
before you even get there,
Oh my
I saw her Instagram, and there was some pictures of her on a staircase by a big mansion with a bikini.
Yeah. She was in Turks and Caicos for her birthday, her 23rd birthday.
Man, she's all grown up.
Yeah. Well, she's a mom now too. So
Sustame
goodness.
one time. Oh, so she's a MILF now then, huh?
What he means is she looked super hot. You could say it. I'm not gonna get mad.
It was unbelievable. Like I never expected her to look like that.
yeah, I think it's crazy because I think once she turned like 21, I think that's when she kind of started getting some work done maybe, and she just grew up like within a year, like boom, she was like a full-grown woman.
Does she have butt implants or like her sisters?
I mean, if you look at Kim's rear, and you look at Chloe's, and you look at Kylie's, and you look at Kendall's and Courtney's, you kind of see the trend in Kim, Kylie, and Chloe.
Yeah.
But then you look at Courtney, and she's a little bit more natural. You look at Kendall, she's completely more natural. So, I mean, I would say maybe. I think they have some implants there.
Because sometimes I've seen, like, if you notice that they rarely show, like, their back side when they're, like, just walking natural in jeans or whatever. But when you do get a glimpse, it looks kind of weird,
Yeah.
the butt, especially on...
like they say, if the legs don't match.
On Chloe,
the
the
butt. Yeah.
legs look real, like, and it's like, it just
Skinny.
it looks weird
Yeah.
for Kim and Chloe, like you said. And Courtney, pues, no, she looks...
Yeah,
like I said,
Courtney looks
natural.
really good for her age.
Yeah.
Like, she looks really good.
So when I saw the picture of Kylie, to me, I thought to myself, okay, she's done the same thing her sisters did then.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
sure.
don't
And
know.
they do some like waist training, I'm sure, to give them that like hourglass figure.
Yeah.
Who
They
knows
say
what?
Alexis Sanchez Courtney is natural.
Yeah. I
my God.
think she, I mean, I'm sure she does some stuff here and there, but I mean, not too much, Maybe. I don't know.
Dice Samuel Martínez, va a llover chanclas cuando apaguen las cámaras.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So what's the news on this Kylie Jenner?
Kylie Jenner calls out people making drama as she denies calling herself brown skin girl in Instagram photos. Kylie Jenner has denied labeling photos of herself, quote unquote, brown skin girl in the Instagram snaps. The 23-year-old posed in a strappy black and white catsuit, holding the end of her long, dark ponytail. A further shot revealed the outfit's low-cut back and slashed sides as the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star stood on a staircase. The caption alongside the glam shots reads, "Brown-eyed girl" with a heart emoji. On her Instagram stories, Kylie explained that the picture with the brown skin girl caption had been photoshopped, and her original caption was actually just a heart emoji. She said online that someone photoshopped the photo and that she changed the caption and all this mess. So people were upset because they are basically stating, why is she captioning her photo brown skin girl? Because everything going on right now, it's a little sensitive. She's not obviously a woman of color. So for that, reason, she shouldn't be posting that caption.
Well, why not? Let her do whatever she wants. Why does everybody got to cry about everything?
Honestly, if you look at the Kardashians, they live in a tan world. They're skin color is darker than
So she
mine.
should have put
She's
bronze instead of brown.
Yeah, she could have. I mean, maybe she could have said tan skin girl if it's true. But she's claiming that it's not even true at all. That somebody just photoshopped it. So I mean, she kind of put some receipts up on her Instagram story, and I mean, it does look like somebody just kind of did it to start drama and have everybody bash her. So I don't know. I mean, I think she's pretty smart. I don't think she would think of to post that as a caption.
But you know, sometimes I think before I get to that, Raymond Rose says weird looking dumper.
I agree.
Like you wouldn't be all up in that dumper, bro.
Oh,
Come on.
my goodness. Wow.
I've never heard that term, dumper.
Dumper.
Yeah, like a belly dump, right? But this
She
is
has fake lips. I don't think they're fake lips. They just enhance them.
right. They're just it's
Yeah, she
they're not
gets
fake.
filler on her lips for sure.
But Alexis says everybody's too sensitive now. But if you ask me, I wouldn't doubt it if they created their own drama.
True. I
You
mean,
know.
a lot of their drama, I'm sure they create them. I know Kris Jenner. Like they say, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Yeah.
She knows what that lady is smart. She knows what she's doing.
It's all about trending.
Yeah.
You know, what are we going to do to trend today? They have a meeting every morning. What are we going to do to trend today?
Yeah.
Why don't we put brown skin girl and then have some of our friends start, you know, bitching about it. And then maybe, you know, everybody will jump on and Twitter it and we'll put some money behind the Twitter and it'll get some traction and then it'll trend and then it'll be, you know, and then everybody will see you and, you know.
Yeah, they got to stay relevant, you know,
I mean,
especially right now.
people don't understand the mentality of people like Kris Jenner and these people that are publicists and managements and of artists that need to keep them relevant because one day that they're out of the loop, they disappear and they go to the next trend. They go to the next trend. It's like a daily. You need to try to get the 24-hour cycle.
I mean, I think, but at the end of the day, also like it's the Kardashians. They're the type of people that, you know, they're so well known and so famous that like no matter what they do, they're always gonna get some type of backlash. Like always, I think. But I mean, like I said, I don't believe the caption. I think it's fake because, like I said, they're smart women. I think they know better than what to post, you know, especially now in this time. So, I mean, I'd have to agree with I'd have to believe Kylie, and I believe it's probably fake. That's would be my thought on it.
Alfredo Rios, word of the day, dumper.
Everybody's so focused on dumper.
Yeah, let's look at the dumper again.
Look at the dumper
Let's look at the dumper again.
Yeah, make their dreams come true, baby.
Oh my gosh.
The Raymond Rolls. Where the hell did you come up with that, Raymond?
Well, it's like that song, the thong song. She had dumps like a truck.
Oh.
Truck. So
Oh,
maybe dumper?
yeah.
I don't know.
I remember my uncle would say, mira el excusadote de esa vieja. El excusadote de esa vieja.
El excusadote.
my
Yeah, because that's what
Like when you say la like
el excusado,
the
el excusado.
restroom.
Here, that's a clica word. Excusado is, you know, bathroom, toilet or whatever.
Restroom, yeah.
Yeah. Pero mira el excusado de esa vieja.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Terrible.
I'm gonna start using that word dumper.
Dumper.
All right, ladies and
So
gentlemen,
funny.
that was Felicia's Celebrity Headlines. Backwards se dice el per dump. El
my
per
God.
dump.
Oh my
So if
goodness.
Billy calls, you know, hey, Rod, esta carro tiene un per dump.
That's terrible.
God.
Medio de gran.
Medio grande.
Grande. Esta ruca tiene un dumper medio grande. All right. Shout out to everybody commenting, man. JC El Jefe, Alexis Sanchez, Mario Flores. Dicen nálgame Dios,
There
Mario
you go.
Flores.
There you go.
Juan Perez puts a toilet emoji. Alfredo Ríos says el sentadero.
Oh my gosh. What are those trucks called that have the
Dump truck.
No. That it's like a F350
Dually.
what-
Dually.
Yes.
The dualies.
They used to call them. Look at that big dually because
Yeah.
it's like popping out.
Watch el
Terrible.
dually de esa vieja. Cállate la boca, shut up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that sounds
No.
dirty. That sounds dirty. Like dirty, gross, dirty. Like
Oh.
bañate dirty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. El Billy anda bien Undertaker.
Yes.
Bien Taker Under. Le ponieron backwards.
That's so funny. There he is.
Así está el Billy Mendoza ahorita. Era,
Oh my God, that's so cute. You got a Funko Pop.
yeah. And they sent it to us, a fan. Fish.
Those are awesome.
Yeah. Así
Domino-
anda con
Ay,
los
sorry.
ojos bien entrados del Undertaker. Dad.
Some of those things, man, are expensive. Like
I
they're
know.
expensive.
I told him not to take it out of the box.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
People
that's
actually
super-
collect those. Those are really neat.
También collector las baby dolls acá. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank Ray Garza from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Hashtag PBT fan pics.
Oh. Oh, there it is. Fan pics. There we
you
go. Sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Because you put shout outs to people commenting and so split them up a little bit.
I
'cause
put it in different lines.
Yeah, I
Thank
know,
you.
pero you know me. I'm FOM.
Okay, fundamental. Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals of Math.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Erwin Heredia. Call Pete, bro. You know what? Let me call Pete. I put that video of me calling Pete and then some camarada go, hey, Rock, pesca onda, carnal, no quiero hablar contigo, se.
Actually, I was just gonna say that. What if he doesn't want to be put on the spot?
Why not? Let's put him on the spot.
Oh my God, somebody put Fundiona.
Ew.
Dario Pugh.
Ew. That sounds stinky.
Dario Puig.
That sounds
Dario Puig.
stinky. Yikes.
Oh my God.
El Fufi Fluff.
Ew.
También el Fufi Fluff. Le dicen el Fufi Fluff.
Dario. I didn't even know he spoke like that. Dario.
Yeah, Dario. Where are you from?
He's
Yeah.
from Alice.
He's from Alice. But I think he lives in, what do you call it over there in,
Sugarland?
no, in Fort Worth or something like that, you know.
Fancy.
Hi, you reached Pete Studio. Please leave a message after the tone.
Pete, pick up.
He has you on a no answer list.
Hey, Pete. ¿Cómo te la ingresamos, no, Dad? One of these days, bro, you're going to answer.
That's terrible.
That's like our weekly segment.
Trying to get a
call
hold of
Pete.
Pete.
All right, now it's time for the Pete Studio voicemail phone call.
Phone call fail. Oh my gosh.
Look, somebody put dumper backwards. El rep mud. No, it's el per dump, Dad. El per dump. El per dump.
Pardon.
All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for hashtag PBT fan pics. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, so first up, we got Ray Garza from Corpitos, Sparkling City by the Sea, Corpus Christi, Texas. Hashtag PBT sticker. Found a permanent home on his 1993 Ford pickup truck. Órale. Chinga, yo creía que mi troca estaba viejita, ¿no? Yo tengo una 2004, tiene una 93, fíjate.
It's okay. It's a classic.
It's a
That
classic.
looks nice. The sticker on
pretty.
there.
Oh, shout
Really
out,
nice.
man. La tiene bien cuidadita el vato. Sústame one time. Also, we want to send a shout out to Felipe and Alex Menchaca from Round Rock, Texas, showing off that they received their hashtag PBT swag. And it's hanging there in the background if you can see it.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hombre, qué bárbaro. Cállate, shut up. Also, we want to say hello to Alfredo Rios from Conroe, Texas, sporting his hashtag
Ooh, chihuahuas.
PBT. El Alfredo es bien malías el
I
baturazo.
know. It
Bien
means business.
mean el vato. Sústame.
Thank you guys for sending us your pictures. Y'all look awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much. You can send the pictures to our Instagram. Hashtag PVT. HASHTAG. PVT. Okay. You can send them to our Facebook as well. Or you can text them to us at 956-641-3241. Also want to remind you, hashtag PVT live shows. We do hashtag PVT Throwback Thursday this Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. Now, on Tuesdays, we have Tetera Tuesday, and we play like Tejano, Norteño, pura música para prender el bote y prenderte el bote. On Thursday, we mix it up. We did a hip-hop rap this past Thursday.
We did.
We might do an 80s mix. We might do a metal mix. We might do a rock mix. You never know. We might mix 3 different ondas together. Tejano, 80s, and freaking rap. Who knows?
Yeah.
And country. So it's just one of those shows that we just, whatever we're feeling, we do it. So it's happening on Thursday. Then after that, at 8:30, we have the #PBT Rock and Chaz show, where everything is classic. You know, you see all that classic stuff we have back here? We talk classic movies, classic music, classic toys, classic albums. I mean, and it's just so much fun. You need to check it out. Then #PBT Saturday Night Party Live, okay? And that's Saturday night, and that's at 9 p.m. We start a little bit later than usual because it's Saturday night, you know, and some of you are still trying, you know, staying home. The bars aren't open or whatever, and you want to hang out, drink some beers, and hang out with us. And we have 3 questions for the fans, and we have all kinds of the weekly recap. This past week, we had my 32-year anniversary. Put up some cool pictures of my old school pictures of me and stuff, and everybody was having a blast with them. So, also want to remind everybody, join our Patreon club. A $25 pledge gets you a special #PBT t-shirt and sticker, and you have the chance of winning in our #PBT weekly drawing for prizes. Congratulations going out to Mark Anthony from Bastrop, Texas, Julian Patrick and Francisco Delgado from South Bend, Indiana, for winning this past Saturday. Congratulations. We'll be sending you your swag this week. And if you want to be part of the Patreon club, just go to patreon.com, search RocknRollJames PVT. And make sure if you do join our Patreon, to message us on Patreon your t-shirt size and address so we can mail your merchandise to you immediately. Because if not, we have to message you back, and you have to message us back, and you know what I mean? So once you get in there for the $25, just, you know, message us your address. And if you do $3 and $9, also message us your address, because we'll send you stickers and stuff like that. We're currently having some new stickers made, so we'll give you more details on that. Also, thank you to our new Patreon member, Johnny Puga. All right, thank you so much, Johnny.
Thank you.
Cash App is $RocknRollJames, and Venmo or RocknRollJames Cash App. Now you could send us a few bucks on there if you want, $5, $10, whatever. We appreciate every single dollar. All right. And Venmo is at RocknRollJames, okay? At RocknRollJames if you want to do the same thing on there. And we're going to look into the super chat. I don't know what we need to do.
Yeah, I need to set it up.
We need to set it up. So all of you that are chatting, you can be able to throw us a $5 tip, and then you get to the top and stuff like. There's all kinds of fun things that go on with it.
It's really, really cool.
We have a fan from Rosenberg that told us, hey, ¿cuándo van a tener el super chat, carnal? Para venderles $1, algo. So we're going to look into that.
Yes.
We're a little bit behind on that, but we'll work on it. All right. And so thank you for joining #PBT Tuesday Night Live, number 15 from my PBT Network studio. We want to thank Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. Make sure to give them a call at 956-441-2188. You want some testosterone, you want some sermorelin, you want the COVID test, you want the flu shot, you want the IV vitamin infusion therapy, which boosts your immune system, just give them a call, 956-441-2188. And ladies, if you want to, do the same, they've got Dr. T's Primary Care for Women every Thursday in the Harlingen office, okay? So 956-441-2188. Also, we want to thank the law office of Rene Flores. #DWI expert. His number is 956-316-1991. Now, if you do call him, if you get arrested and you get put in jail, that one phone call should be to him, so he can get you out and then start working on your case. He's got all the connections to get you out of jail and start working on your case. All right. So the number is 956-316-1991. One of the best defense attorneys in the state, Rene A. Flores, and a longtime supporter of hashtag PVT. Y'all have a beautiful evening, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. We'll be loading up some episodes of tonight's show and clips tomorrow, so you can see little clips. And then, if you want to see the whole show, check it out. We've got it right here. What we do ask from you is to share it. Copy the link, put it on your social media, send it on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you can, and help us out. We appreciate you. And thank you to Becky Lee Meza for joining us tonight. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, it was an awesome interview. She's so awesome. She's so wonderful.
It was great.
Sweetheart.
Y'all have a good one. Asústame one time.